Hey guys, it's Shrek, and this is the Air Warriors Air Max XL Distance Darts, which is a funny way to spell Mega Boss. Now, this is clearly designed to compete with the Magnus. It's got a 3-dart clip, although in this case the clip is not integrated. Now, I actually really like the Magnus's integrated clipazine technology, but this 3-dart magazine will fire the XL Distance Darts, which I also brought 3 genuine Nerf Mega Darts so that we can test the cross compatibility, because let's be honest, if you're buying this thing, you want to put the highest quality darts in it that you possibly can, and traditionally Nerf darts are manufactured to a higher standard than competitor darts. Now occasionally the foam will get weird and we'll get really good like Zuru darts or what have you, but I'm just making a generalization, all opinion there, but most of the time genuine elite and mega darts are sweet. So this is actually a much larger clip than it looked like it was in the box, I guess. I didn't think that this was going to come out nearly as far, and I guess that's just because I've been spoiled by the Magnus being such a tight, compact package. So with the clip inserted, really not that bad, but definitely juts out some. So I guess we have to prime it to get the magazine in. So as always, the plastic on these feels very cheap, and it's kind of ratchety, like, is the best way to describe it. There's really no paint going on. There's just 3 different colors of plastic, and they're designed to kind of, that was very strange that I had to deprime that. Now I will say that was a heavy spring pull, and then once it's actually fully inserted, pretty tight, very subtle profile, lots of power in this grip, actually pretty comfortable, even with very little like corrugation on there. I am not mad at this. I like this a reasonable amount. Now, I keep wanting to load from the top, but we are in fact going to have to load the magazine as it is. Now, this is just a little aesthetic piece. I kept trying to do something with this, but this is simply Busby's way of painting their blasters. Instead of like actually painting the blaster, they just put different colored plastic on it. It does have an orange tip, a kind of sci-fi, almost like a bolter pistol profile. If you don't get that reference, don't worry about it, but reminds me a little bit of that. So let's go ahead, carve into this, see if we can get our XL Distance totally not mega darts out. And if we can, no, that would have been terrible if we had lost our clip in the review. Alright, so these are free. And touchdown. Did your team win the Super Bowl? I hope it did. Whatever your team was. Alright, so let's load this. Chambering, and again, I have safety goggles on, so this is fine. Chambering is smooth. There's a very traditional dart door in there, and then once it's loaded, it is locked. Dart door seems to be doing its job well. That seems pretty tight. And let's fire it. So claiming ranges of up to 80 feet, and I'm sitting on a hill, so we should be hitting that hill over there, kind of where Chicken's at. Let's see if we can make that happen with a flat shot. Definitely not, but solid performance. How about angled? Much closer, so angled shots from this elevation mean virtually nothing, but at about 50 feet away, which isn't terrible. Hits hard. The suction cups are definitely not the most aerodynamic. If you have really long fingers, you can reach this clip release, but I think it's designed to be two-handed. Now, this is the real question, is if it's cross-compatible, I think it's going to be sweet. And other Busby blasters have chambered the Nerf Mega Darts as they are the large caliber darts, so we're in like Flynn, but we must not have engaged the air restrictor because that was not very tight. Now I wonder if I manually insert it. Okay, so the issue is that the dart tooth of sorts isn't pushing these far enough in to engage the air restrictor. So now, excellent performance, by far beating the stock Busby darts, but without me playing with it or fiddling with it in the barrel. Well, that was a fine shot, actually. So perhaps more testing, but I'm actually excited to sign off on this blaster. I think that despite the fact that it's a little bit less prim and polished than the Nerf equivalent in the Magnus, and you have these kind of weird separate magazines instead of the integrated feed lip technology, it is worth noting that the blaster is only $10, and that's a pretty good deal for something that's getting this kind of performance. It would be very easy to make a CPVC breech for this and have it chambering 50 caliber regular style darts like no problemo, but we'll try giving this dart one more shot. And that was an excellent shot. So I'm going to go ahead and say that that was a fluke shot, but lots of power in the Air Max Boss, and I actually like it. I think it's a pretty sweet blaster, especially given the fact that it's $9.99. Like, how do you beat that? It's pretty solid, on par with the Magnus, I would say, and it really comes down to whether or not you would rather have a slightly slimmer profile with the feed lip integrated magazine or separate magazines, because I don't think that they're selling these, so you would have to be either stuck with this or buy multiples in order to do what you want to accomplish with the blaster. So that's my review of the Air Max Boss. Thank you very much for watching. I'll put a link to its Amazon page down below, and I'll see you guys soon.